Welcome back, everyone, to Running the Gauntlet. It's your boy Manny. It's Dave over there crashing the whip. Executive producer D Black on the keys, and
the ones and twos.
Yeah, and the ones and twos. And we're on the road to Clash of Champions. Remember that pay-per-view that's happening this Sunday?
It is this Sunday.
It didn't feel like it because the way we were building up Madison Square Garden. But now there's a little bit of a... I like where both main title matches are going. But who needs to worry about your current stars when you have Stone Cold Steve Austin kick off?
The most over guy on the roster.
Yeah, that crowd. Like, anytime Stone Cold comes out.
Especially at Madison Square Garden.
Like, yeah, WWE finally went back to MSG. First time in 10 years.
Last time he was there, John Cena was... I don't know. John Cena was there.
John Cena was John Cena.
Yeah.
I know the last time they were there for like a event, like a live event, was that WWE Network exclusive thing.
Oh, that Brock Lesnar shit, that showcase.
Wait,
shit.
Beast in the East was in Japan.
Japan.
But then they had another one.
He had another one, Brock Lesnar. It was like a glorified house show or some shit.
Yeah, but like in terms of weekly TV, this was the first time in 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. Stone Cold came out. He put over the Garden. I came down here, wrestled Bret Hart, 1998, and shit. But never mind that. We have a contract to sign, and we actually got it signed. It actually happened. But of course, AJ Styles trying to get into this mix.
And the OC.
Yeah, and then we had a brawl breakout after they were having a Stone Cold and Steve Austin, not Stone Cold and Steve Austin. AJ and Steve Austin were having a little back and forth, and of course he gets the stunner because somebody has to get the stunner every time Stone Cold shows up, and it wouldn't be the last one.
Yep. Whoa, the second one happened off here.
Yeah, that's true. Is that beer even good? What? I said, is that beer even good?
So at the end of the show, AJ really just like had beer in his mouth and just spit it out for the stunner. Cause I was like, hold up, nigga, he don't drink.
Yeah, he don't drink. Hey, Triple H used to do the same thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Triple H don't drink. He would just hold it in his mouth. And then Stone Cold would do that with Becky Lynch's stunner. Straight up Steve Austin.
Yeah.
He had the beer in his mouth. And he took a stunner. What else happened? Well, we were supposed to have Cedric versus Styles, and we did. But DQ.
No.
Which sets up a 10-man tag for the main event later on.
So it's Cedric versus... So it's going to be Cedric versus AJ at...
I'm assuming because he got the pin.
Yeah.
He got the pin on him. I hope so.
Because they wouldn't advertise that all the championships have to be on the line. And what about the SmackDown Tag Team Champion?
I know, right? The fuck?
Nigga, they have not said shit about that.
Nothing. They didn't even come out on Tuesday.
Nope.
Or Monday. I don't even think they showed up last week. They haven't showed up since what was it, the Randy Orton thing? When Randy Orton like landed on his foot or what, like they did the whole leg angle. Shit. And then Big E had a match, I think. And that was it. That was the end of that, so they're just not on TV. Just playing video games.
Yeah.
What else?
Like Valve.
Captain Cannabis. So we had a tag match between the Four Horsewomen, which was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
They had a lot of time. They got a lot of time for that match, and that was a great match. You definitely need to go see that. The crowd was great. The match was great. Everyone was on their A game. Bailey gets pinned. Champion needs to pin.
Yeah, but there's one thing that I'm not feeling about these New York shows now.
What?
Nigga, the constant year.
Oh yeah, you hear that right? Year.
The whole fucking show, son. I'm like, son.
They tried to start that shit in Prudential, the Prudential Center, but that was before the show started. Year. We had a old school WCW Lucha showcase. Team Mysterio and Grand Metalik, which I wish was longer. But it was fun.
Man, here's the thing. They started out with the year chance for that shit, and then they stopped when they started it going and shit. Said then they started again.
Like, that felt like an old Nitro Cruiserweight match. And then we move on to the King of the Ring semifinal, which shouldn't even be this match because that's not how.
That's not how tournaments work.
How things work. But in any event, the person that everyone thought was gonna win actually did win. Baron Corbin. Ricochet had this match in the bag. He hit him with a mean ass 630. Like, he crushed Samoa Joe with his 630. And then Corbin just pulls him out the ring and throws him into the crowd. Like, he threw him over the barricade into the crowd and gets the pin. So Baron Corbin is the Raw representative in the finals. And we gotta talk more about King of the Ring soon because shit happened on Tuesday. But we'll get to that in a bit. What else happened? Oh yeah, Lacey Evans versus Natalya. That's going on. For what? I don't know.
I don't know. Because we need to have the same women's match every week.
Like, I don't know where this is going. None of them are champions. I don't know what they're feuding for, but and then the 10-man
is this supposed to be the Natalya redemption arc or what? Or is it because people they like, oh, we see people complain about there's only one women's match per show, so here you go. We'll put this match on every week until you don't want it no more. So then we're gonna go back to one.
You might be onto something. It might be the creative process. And the main event was the enormous 10-man tag between the Viking Raiders, Rollins, Strowman, and Cedric versus the OC, Ziggler, and Robert Roode.
Cedric Alexander gets the main event Raw. And he gets the pin.
And he wins. And what happens as soon as he hits the 3 count?
Stone Cold's music plays.
Steve Austin's music plays. He comes out, and we get some beer. He literally looked like the kid that shouldn't be allowed to drink, but is. Yeah. Like, he literally looked like the kid at the party. Like, yeah, here, take a beer. You're with adults. Just take a sip. Like, and then they go off the air, and then sure enough, there was some off the air stuff with more beer.
Like there was also off the air shit on SmackDown.
Yeah. Was that the Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, the Fiend versus the B team.
Yeah, he had the promo on Monday where the clock said 3:16 and he kept talking about Stone Cold.
Yeah.
But then when he hit the clock, it said 11:19, which people were saying was the Undertaker's debut. But come Tuesday, you didn't go after the Undertaker. So, what gives? What the hell was 11:19?
They said 11/19 was also the day that fucking, what was it? Bo and Duke Rotunda lost the FCW Tag Team Championships.
Damn. What the hell? Like, what was the reason? What was the reason? So we did get Undertaker, and he was just talking about Madison Square Garden. Like, I don't understand. Like, why bring him back and then just have him yap about Madison Square Garden?
Yep, it really was. I just looked up the thing. They lost it to fucking Trent Beretta and Caitlin Croft.
Shit. The
fucking dude busters.
The dude buster. That's funny. So, yeah, so Undertaker kicked off Raw, and then he was talking his, MSG's been his home for 30 years, even though he hasn't been there in 10, but that's another story for another time. And then Sami Zayn came out and saying that the future is now. He needs to get the fuck out of the ring.
Yeah, get the fuck out of the ring and leave it to the future. It's saying WWE's in good hands with me. He does, and then he goes back in and chokeslams this nigga.
Gives him a choke slam, and that's it.
Yeah.
Sleeves.
And then we don't have Sami Zayn because then he couldn't represent Shinsuke on commentary. Instead, Shinsuke was on commentary speaking pure Japanese.
Yeah, speaking Japanese, which was great.
And fucking Corey Grace giving bullshit translations for him.
Yeah, his wife. Oh, I gotta tell you off the air. That was during the Miz versus Andrade, which is pretty fun. But since Miz is going for the title match, Andrade's gotta take the because he got hit with Skull Crusher finale. But Miz does not leave unscathed because he gets hit with a Kinshasa.
Mm-hmm.
He goes out strong.
Miz is winning.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's that Chris Jericho theory.
Got to break the title record.
Well, he's gonna tie it.
Yeah.
So then he gotta lose it the Tuesday after, and then win again. So he breaks the record.
He needs to hold it for 20 days, like around 20 days to pass Pedro Morales' record of combined reigns.
Hold up. So now they're gonna have. So now I'm assuming they're gonna have somebody beat Dean Ambrose's United States record.
I know, right? Of just holding the belt, not doing anything.
And it was weird because before they went and had fucking, I swear they had Ambrose beat MVP's record for going to TNA.
I know, right? Petty
So
WWE.
are we gonna keep doing this over and over again then?
Yep. Of course. So King of the Ring. There was a bit of a kerfluffle on SmackDown's end, as hours before the show, turns out Elias is injured.
Yeah.
He can't have his match.
Broke his ankle or some shit.
Did he? Like
yeah, I think they just say he broke his ankle.
Shit. I didn't even hear about that one.
Yeah, they said it during the promo when Shane was talking about it.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. I did not. You don't let WWE be stretching shit. So that leaves Chad Gable without an opponent, or so we thought. So Shane is like, I'm gonna go out.
I knew it was gonna be Shane.
I'm gonna find somebody from SmackDown, from NXT, from Raw, even someone who's been eliminated. And he leaves the office and brings himself back in.
Yep.
It's Shane McMahon.
It did.
Whoop-de fucking do.
This nigga lost the fucking Chad Gable in like a half a second.
Yep.
And then he was like, no, 2 out of 3 falls.
The 2 out of 3 falls match, because he had Kevin Owens being the referee.
Yeah.
Saying that if he referees, the fine will get removed, but if he doesn't...
You know what's funny? Kevin never actually rung the bell when this nigga tapped out.
Nope.
They
he just stood there and they rang the bell.
Mm-hmm. He's like, what you want me to do? Everybody saw that shit.
And then he got fired.
Yeah. After Shane jumped it.
Yep. And now he's teasing NXT on Twitter.
Cool.
So I don't know. It might be some undisputed.
Oh yeah, how? When does the move? What, the move starts in 2 weeks?
The move is Wednesday.
Oh,
This coming Wednesday.
Oh shit! Damn.
It's a big move.
Okay.
Big move. So they gotta have something to spice up that show, and I think they got it. I think they got it in Kevin Owens if he shows up.
So you might end up seeing like more main roster niggas going to NXT then.
Yeah.
I just hope, just keep NXT as NXT, man.
Exactly.
Don't fuck with it.
No, just keep it. The formula works. Let other people see how it works.
So they did say that they are going to go to 2 hours, right?
Yep. Yeah. Live.
Yeah.
Speaking of live, 205 is getting cut.
Damn.
Going away. Skedaddle. It's just going to merge with NXT, and they might just incorporate the Cruiserweight division into NXT.
That's going to be weird, yeah. Because that's just essentially going to be the European Championship over there.
Yeah. So they say that they're going to, because Triple H talked about it, he's like, yeah, sadly, it feels like it's its own island. So
yeah,
you're gonna start seeing more and more of those guys, like slowly the division just merge into NXT, and the other guy, like some guys can just go between shows, but the Cruiserweight division as a whole will probably just stick in NXT. Poor 205 guys.
Yeah.
What else happened? Oh yeah, so we got the Rowan and Roman situation. He's I don't know. I don't buy into this at all. Like I'm not buying into Rowan. They had a nice brawl. That's pretty cool, which resulted in their match on Sunday being a no disqualification match. He smacked them in the face with a camera. But I don't know. I'm just not buying Eric Rowan being this I don't know, this crazed dude.
Stupid weird shit with fucking. Oh, Vince McMahon doesn't see anything in Luke Harper, but Eric Rowan.
Yeah, like I don't see anything in Rowan at all. Like when the Wyatt family was a thing, I was not paying attention to Eric Rowan.
It was all about that. Yeah. It was all about Wyatt's promos and the ring work of Luke Harper.
Yeah, like Luke and Bray could have just been a tag team, and they did. They became that weird trio with Randy Orton.
Yeah.
But I was not paying attention to Eric Rowan at all. That dude always escaped me. Bayley faced Ember Moon. It beats Ember Moon. Because why not? She's got to defend the belt. She's got to be the champion that she says she is.
Yeah, she got to be a champion.
Champion. Yeah. And then we get the 10 years after it happened 10 years ago segment where Kofi Kingston leg drops Randy Orton through a table. Which I'm pretty sure they fucked up because the table broke and they had to get another one.
Yeah, I saw that shit. Because he just like wiggled around on the table and that shit like broke.
And Randy says shit on the air too.
I'm not surprised.
Power positivity shit. Oh! Stone Cold said asshole on Monday too. Uncensored. I guess he has tenure.
He got clout,
Stone Cold, what are you gonna do? He's Stone Cold Steve Austin. So now our King of the Ring finals are gonna be Chad Gable versus Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin's gonna win.
Oh Lord, because again, when have we ever had a face?
Yeah, there's never been a face King of the Ring winner.
Never. Why? Why must wrestling be predictable? That's our fault. We watched so much wrestling for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Nothing escapes us.
Yo, here's the thing, yo, because when people be talking about predictability in wrestling, when they do something unpredictable, then we say, yo, that shit makes no sense.
It doesn't. Nope.
Yeah. So they can't win either way, yo. It's either they're being predictable or their shit makes no sense.
Yeah, but when they go for like the not making sense thing, they go for like the not making sense thing. I'm still shocked that Jinder beat Randy Orton when he did. I was like
when Seth Rollins turned on the shoot.
Yeah. Like, what? Like, what the fuck? Why is this? So, yeah, from what Elias, it just says that he had an ankle injury, but it doesn't say if it was broken. Let me see. That sucks. If he really does have a broken ankle. So they're saying WWE is going to make some changes to the announce team.
Shit.
So, what is that?
I don't know.
The big rumor is that Cole is going to SmackDown.
And who's replacing him on SmackDown?
I don't know. And I think Corey's no longer going to do double duty.
Come on, man. I need him to bust collective nuts whenever fucking Alexa Bliss and Mandy Rose show up.
Mandy Rose. Mandy. What else can I talk about here? So, oh yeah, I saw this earlier. How Matt Morgan is a little salty that Sasha Banks is going by.
God damn, son.
The blueprint. Oh wait, let the cops pass. Anna Dave, where are you? Okay, we're good. So, Matt Morgan is a little salty that Sasha Banks is using the blueprint nickname. That she got blue hair. Well, he said that it's cool that if she wants to use it, but she easily She could have easily DM'd me and said, "Hey, dude, I have blue hair now. I want to use a blueprint. You got to do the common courtesy thing." And then we got
Hey
Ric
man,
Flair.
you use that in a whole different company, and it's not like it's a fucking I don't know.
And he's like, "It's not like she doesn't know me. The girl works out at the same gym I do here in Orlando. There's a poster hanging in the gym of me that says Blueprint Matt Morgan." And then we got Ric Flair threatening to sue WWE for the fucking man.
Nigga, how it was like son.
But
He's
yeah,
like,
he's the nature boy, like the third nature boy.
Yeah. It's like on the real, yo, I equated that to the same shit with fucking LeBron James trying to copyright Taco Tuesday, son. I'm like,
Yeah.
nigga, you didn't invent that shit.
Oh man, the man. Like, you need to chill. Like, it's one thing trying to get money, but you're like severing ties with everyone that helped you through your life. People in the company are like turning their back on you just because you want some money, because you want to be the man, but you understand that you're not the man anymore.
Hey man, that was like what 30 years ago.
You haven't been the man since you got super kicked at Mania. Yeah, still using a vacuum over there.
At the end of the day, mute your shit. And then you already fall asleep.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that worked.
Because if I muted him, he would have. Sorry. Okay, so shit. Seth Rollins. Turns out he's got family, extended family, as in motherfuckers he had no idea existed.
Did
Popping up out of nowhere.
when they gonna work them in the storyline?
Right. Yeah, like Seth Rollins and his brother. So someone's got some explaining to do. Why didn't anybody tell him that he?
Because he was adopted.
Yeah, but why didn't anybody tell him? Can you imagine you taking a fucking?
Maybe he didn't know, nigga. Shit.
Imagine taking a DNA test and you finding out that your brother.
Maybe they got rid of him, yo, and then they kept his brother. Though.
I just Seth Rollins pulling up to you. Hey, I'm your brother. Like what?
Oh, word! Give me money.
Yeah, like give me money. Give me money.
Give me money.
Give me the belt.
Give me brother support.
Brother support.
I want my like 25 years of brother support money.
Brother support. Shit. That'll be funny. That needs to be a thing. Like, how come kids don't get gifts on Mother's Day? We're the reason you even celebrate Mother's Day.
Yeah, man. What my Mother's Day gift?
Yeah, where's my Mother's Day gift?
What my son's day?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
How come there's no Son's Day?
My son's day, man.
Shit. The fuck? Trying to change the
Like,
world.
you know how the harshest it is of coming up in this world when you didn't ask to and had to go to school.
I did not choose to be here. Here I am, not getting my own holiday.
Yeah.
But you get your own holiday.
Where's son's day? Where's Child's Day, nigga? There you go.
I think there is a Child's Day, like a Kid's Day.
Fuck out of here. They don't exist. They lying.
Child's Day.
It was orchestrated by the man.
The man. I think there is like a Kid's Day. I mean, besides Luffy's birthday. Japan celebrates Children's Day, which is Luffy's birthday. I think it's like May 5th.
I don't know.
That's Children's Day in Japan. But we don't get that over here because fuck the kids.
Yeah. What they ever do?
Well, we can't do anything. All the old people fucked up everything. Can't even afford to live, fam. Looking at a list of things here that we could potentially.
Oh, but since the last time we had a show, fucking Chris Jericho became the AEW champion, the first ever, and had a little bit of bubbly.
Yeah, and a meme.
And got the belt stolen.
Yeah.
Well, not stolen, allegedly misplaced.
Displaced.
While he was at a steakhouse. And then it was put up on eBay, Craigslist. That's how he got it back.
Yeah, they actually filed a police report and everything. People thought like, yeah, that's a work. I'm like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, file a police report. You can't do that. Why do you think WWE doesn't do that whenever they do arrest storylines or whatever? The closest they did was when they had Vince McMahon take his fingerprints. When he got kicked out of, like, New York or whatever. The Barclays.
Yeah, but I'm assuming those wasn't official fingerprints.
Yeah. People are like, yeah, it's a work. It's a police report. You can search the police report online. It's on file in Tallahassee, Florida. But he got the belt back. He's got a meme. And he has an opponent for Full Gear.
Yep.
Cody. Of course, AEW goes live weekly in a couple weeks. Like 3 weeks. 4 weeks.
Something like that.
It's like a month from now, exactly.
I think it is. October. What was it, the first week of October?
I think so.
Yeah, so like 3 weeks. Some shit.
That day is October 2nd.
Yeah, first week. So, yeah, like 3 weeks.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I just want to see what their TV product is like.
Yeah, because they desperately need it.
That's what I gotta judge more.
Because I heard the countdown at the end of All Out. It's the pyro in front of your dog thing, knowing that dogs get freaked out over fireworks. But
yeah, Tony Khan said, yo, Brandy was pissed off at Cody for that shit.
Like, what the fuck, bro? The common sense. Yeah. Common sense. Like, do you guys not celebrate 4th of July? Like, do you live in a bunker during 4th of July? Does your dog not freak out when there's fireworks? No, man, we'll just put him on the stage. Okay.
Yeah, he was like dead right in front of the pyro too. I was like, son.
Right in the fucking tunnel. Cody's standing there all menacingly. His dog's like about to shit himself and run away. I'm like, not a good look, buddy.
Yeah, because Tony was all like, yeah, we don't want to put Pharaoh in that type of situation again. He was like, Brandy was not pleased with Cody for that.
It's crazy because like after every show they've done, they gotta talk about at least one incident.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, why the fuck was he bleeding? What happened? You know, hey, why is a fucking dog out there? Well, you know, it's like they got, and they do these like post event thing, which is pretty cool. They get to answer questions, but it seems like they talk more about incidents that happen on the show that could have been avoided, more than they do about like the feedback of how good their show went. That show was just like top to bottom crazy. It was a really good show.
Jericho did like an honest review of how he felt about like stuff that happened at All Out on his podcast.
I had to hear that.
I'm mad because he unironically like for some of the matches because like he was in the back preparing for his match and like they didn't give him a monitor or nothing, and then he said for parts of the match like he did the the Sammy Guevara. Oh, I ain't see it, but I heard it.
Oh yeah.
Yo, he unironically just did that.
I didn't see it, but I heard it. Sammy Guevara.
He revealed it like what was it? Sammy Guevara revealed in the interview like he did that as a bit because like people would literally go and say that when you ask them. Like, yeah, to him or the other people when you legit ask them a critique on a match.
I didn't see it, but I heard it. Now he's a dickhead on PT. He befriended him, freaking Brandon Cutler, just to steal from him or make him forget something. Forgot what it was. So Bret Hart is...
Oh yeah, I think it was his passport or something.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was his passport. Bret Hart is very high on Drew McIntyre. He's a big fan of Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I am too.
But Drew's like sitting out with he was like sick.
Damn.
They said he good to go for like He had to get like a surgery or something, but he was also sick. But they said he'll be good to go for like next week, 2 weeks. But yeah, Brett likes the big guy, big boy. He's like a big guy I've been a big fan of for a long time. Is Drew McIntyre and his work. I'm glad that he had a rebounder. He's doing really well.
Like during his first stint at WWE, like I think his one shining moment was still in like once like a SmackDown Hell, not Hell in a Cell Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you just like beating people's asses, and then they didn't do anything to try to capitalize on that, and then all of a sudden he was a 3MB, and then became a jobber for that. So yeah.
So a couple of cable networks are advertising SmackDown on their channels, and apparently next week, get this, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna read out the advertisement. It's all out pandemonium on this episode of SmackDown. In the main event, the unlikely team of Shane McMahon, The Rock, and Kane battle D-Generation X. What will Stone Cold Steve Austin play in all of this?
Fuck?
Edge goes one-on-one with Hardcore Holland.
What the fuck, yo?
It's like looks like as if someone's still stuck in 1999. Not such a bad thing. Ah, man, could someone in cable be doing what I'm doing and getting like lost in time? Even though I passed 1999. Come on, fan, you gotta advertise the two-man power trip versus the Hardy Boys. What is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Need to go further into the future and advertise HLA.
Yeah. That'd be funny if we tune in to SmackDown. That's exactly what the fuck we get. DX versus The Rock, Stone Cold. I mean, versus The Rock, Game Sugar Man. And we get HLA. Give me all that.
Yeah.
So WWE is going to air, Fox is going to air a 1-hour special called SmackDown Greatest Hits on September 27th.
How you gonna have some greatest hits in an hour, yo? What the fuck they gonna do?
So
is it gonna be like when NBC used to do like that thing for WrestleMania?
Yeah, probably. I forgot they did that. You just reminded me of that. So, the special will take a look at the brand and introduce casual fans to the WWE superstars and storylines from the past year. So there is a whole world out there that does not watch WWE, but they watch Fox. And this is going to be like the craziest thing they're going to see in their lives. So.
Still going to be confused if they're going to try to tune in later and watch it.
Why is he slapping the mat 3 times? They come out to music?
Yeah. Man, they used to sporting events. Everybody come out to music.
He's punching him, but he's not bleeding. That was my biggest question when I first started watching. I was like, he's punching him, but he's not bleeding. Because I came from like boxing, and these dudes will get punched in the face for 3 minutes, and then they go to the corner. Their face looks like straight hamburger. But here are these wrestlers taking like 10 punches to the face, every like spot. Perfectly okay. The Rock is still like charming out there, and nothing's wrong. Like, what's going on? But then I also believe he won the match because the other person was tired. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And then I watched that fucking UPN 9 dark, like wrestling secret thing. And I was like, oh. Now I'm sad.
Now, my biggest hint into that shit being fake was always when Owen Hart died, and people who were like in blood feuds with this nigga.
Oh yeah.
Were over here. No, not Owen. I'm like, nigga.
Like what?
Did you just hate this nigga a week ago?
You hate each other. He called you a nugget. He called you a nugget, and now you're over here. I was like, shit.
It's still weird to be like, that's the reason why I ended up on a wrestler's fake.
Yeah, it was like somebody like died. Like died. I remember tuning in. That was like when I just got into wrestling. And I was just like, what is going on? Because I didn't have pay-per-view, and I'm like, oh. And I didn't know, because I knew who Owen Hart was. But he was barely when I was watching. He was barely on TV, and that was when he like just started coming out as
Blue
the Blue
Blazer.
Blazer. Yeah. So they're like Owen Hart, and I'm like, the name sounded familiar because I had WCW games and I had a Bret Hart figure. I'm like, I think he's related or something. I don't know. I guess because he wore pink gear, and then they showed the video. I'm like, oh, that is Bret Hart. So like, that's his brother. And then I just never knew how he passed away for years.
Oh, I
I
did
had
because
no idea.
like literally, well, yo, son, I woke up in the morning, right? They talked about it on the radio. Like as soon as my alarm went off, like the radio would be my alarm, and then they were just like, "Oh well, at WWF pay per view, something, something, something. Owen Hart died by falling off of something." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Like, whoa.
He's like, "Owen Hart dressed as a Blue Blazer." I was like, "What?" It's like that's
Yeah,
how I gotta wake up in the morning.
I know, right? That's a bad wake up call. Like, I didn't find out until like 2002. Because like a classmate told me. Like, oh, I think it's like I remember how Owen Hart died. And I was like, how did he? And then he explained it. I was like, sheesh.
That's like I
I was
got
like,
mad thrown off guard when somebody. It was like something. Like I was in science class, and what the fuck was that? Was it my? Yeah, I think it was my junior year in high school. Eddie Guerrero died, and somebody was like, "Hey, Rashawn, you watch wrestling?" Yeah. He's like, "You know who Eddie Guerrero is?" I was like, "Yeah." It's like, they say he died. I was like, "What?"
yeah, my mom told me that was like it was like during the weekend. And my mom told me because she used to watch like News 12 New Jersey, and they had like the bottom bar. And I was like, oh, they said something about a wrestler dying. I'm like, what? And I went to the channel, like at the bottom, it was like Eduardo Gory Guerrero dies at 38 or 39. I was like, what? And sure enough, tuning in to Raw, as soon as it goes on the air, everybody on the stage with the lowriders.
Yeah.
And then Vince, Eddie Guerrero
The
has
thing
passed
was,
away.
like, I had, like, when she told me that, I had completely forgot about it till the rest of the day until wrestling started. I was like, oh shit, I forgot somebody
Like,
told me that he died.
like, sheesh.
Fuck.
Like, Eddie Guerrero has passed away. I was like, damn.
Shit. Like the week
I was
he
like,
was supposed to win the damn world title.
yeah, like what? Yeah, such a good last match too. Being Ken Kennedy with his antics.
And then we were supposed to get that last match between like Chris Benoit was gonna face CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No showed. John Morrison filled in and wins the fucking belt. And everyone's like, I wonder what happened. And a lot happened.
I figured some bad shit happened. I was like, yo, he's like, oh, Chris Benoit no showed the event.
Yeah,
I was like, it's like from what I be hearing people talk about Chris Benoit
like
back then. I was
worker.
like, he's like a true professional when it comes to wrestling and shit. I was like, I don't think he would no show. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that didn't sound good. Sounds like, because I remember I was at my sister's house, and the like WWE.com posted that, because that's when they used to have like Heat. I think they still had Heat at a time, like on the website or whatever. But I would just watch for like the preview, and they're just like, oh, breaking news, he's not there. I was like, uh-oh. And then sure enough, I didn't know if that was just like a storyline, because when I didn't see any news, and then the next day when Raw started with like the promo package, I'm like, oh, this dude won I don't know why they're playing the thing now if he won the championship, and it's just like in loving memory. I was like, what? And then Vince is standing in the middle. A newly resurrected Vince McMahon is standing in the middle of the ring.
I didn't see that part because I think I came into the show late.
Yeah, he's just standing there, empty ring, nobody in the arena. And this is supposed to be a tribute show to my character, Mr. McMahon, but in reality, it's like Chris Benoit, son Daniel, wife Nancy. I was like, oh my god. And then we get the
it said then more results came out later, and they was like, murder suicide.
William Regal knew something. Before that show finished, when he did his little like segment when he talked about Chris Benoit, I think he knew, because just the way he he was just talking about Chris Benoit. Like he didn't even mention his like his personal life. Like he was like, you're gonna hear some things of like from other people, but just know that Chris Benoit was like the best professional wrestler. And he's like, that's all. Like, thank you. And he just walked out. I was like, that didn't sound good. Like in comparison to everybody else, like as the night goes on, like that sounded a bit awkward. And then sure enough, I tuned into ECW the next day, and then they're like, there will be no mention of Chris Benoit ever. And then I already read up until that point. I was like, yikes.
Yo, except the weird thing is, yo, it's like maybe it's just because of, like him being around him, but like Chris Jericho, like I think to this day still refuses to believe that Benoit did it.
Mm-hmm. Even in one of the interviews, I mean, like years later, he was grasping at straws because that was like his best friend. Like he didn't want to believe he did it, and I still think he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe that he did that shit. That's the worst part, when you think you know somebody and then.
Well, yeah, they said ridiculously severe brain damage.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's crazy how much the brain can impact.
I don't ever want to go through some bullshit like that.
Yeah,
like,
no way.
Yeah, on a real, like, I have a feeling like the way shit happened because of his brain damage, he probably did that shit, and then when he realized what he did, that's when he probably killed himself.
Probably, yeah. Like, just when he snapped out of it.
Yeah. But that's just speculation. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I thought that too when, like, each body had, like, the Bible, they said. Like, that each one had a Bible next to them. I was like, this is creepy. But take care of your brain, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why football players be like, man, I'm still playing. I've had like 25 concussions and shit. I'm like, can you not play anymore?
Yeah, that's why, like, well, apparently he's been all good now, but, like, when the shit was going on with, Daniel Bryan, yo, I was all like, son, because I was just like, yo, if you that fucked up, I was like, nigga, because I was just thinking the whole time, I was like, yo, you wrestle similar enough to Chris Benoit, where it seems like, I was like, son.
Like, it's insane how similar they are.
Yeah.
The headbutt.
I just think overall Chris Benoit hits people harder, yo, but.
Yeah, he was more like a powerhouse. Like, they're
like I'm saying, similar. Yeah, their styles are way too similar, son. I'm like,
you need to chill.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like, if you see what happened to the last person that wrestled like this, why would you try to do that too? I mean, while we have Japan, like, yo, you like your neck? No. Alright, cool. I'm about to just powerbomb you straight in your neck.
So is it confirmed whether or not Shibata is coming back, or was that just like a one?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm scared because as much as I want him to come back, if he can't, then don't. That's all. Because even if you see like that beatdown back again where Kenta hits him with the PK, he stops himself to make sure he doesn't hit him anywhere near his face. Just make sure he like completely connected to his chest. I'm like, okay. But if he can, just don't do a headbutt, please.
Yeah.
No more headbutts,
no more
please.
Fucking headbutts. That shit was unnecessary to begin with. He's done that shit. I know him like doing it twice. I don't know if he's done it more than twice, but I've seen him do that shit twice.
And then All Japan Pro Wrestling is like, hey, that's a pretty cool spot. We're gonna do it too.
No.
And then that dude started bleeding. He didn't get injured, but I'm like, you guys don't learn.
Nigga.
Like that wasn't a spot to pop the crowd. It was a stupid spot. Even though it's Shibata, it's a stupid spot. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, man, that was cool. It's his part of his character. No, it's pretty fucking dumb. A straight, unprotected headbutt, skull to skull.
A couple of things that we got to see Shibata do, though. He looked like he could go in good form and shit. Like, I wish Homa could still go at that same level like he did before his injury, but.
Right.
I'm surprised Homa even came back, but.
Yeah, but he's not the same. Like, you tell, like, he moves differently.
He moves, like, mad slower than he used to.
Yeah. He moves really differently. Like he can't go as well as he did during like those never open weight matches. But the fact that he's like still out there doing something he likes, even if it's tag matches, is pretty cool. It's low stress. Just him appearing gets the crowd. You know, him doing his usual thing. He doesn't even have to take risks anymore. Just I'm gonna go for the headbutt. And I get it. It's just that's enough. It's enough to get the crowd hyped. Like, eventually, a lot of wrestlers do become that. Like they just go out there and hey, this is what I was known for, and that's just all I'm gonna do.
Not Ric Flair. He's still over there taking bumps the whole fucking time until he retired.
Yeah. So Impact is now going to Access TV, which is funny because they kind of bought the channel and put themselves on Access TV. Because Anthem bought Access TV. It's now owned by Anthem Sports. And you know who is a part of Anthem Sports? Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey owns Impact Wrestling. How about that? Ain't that some shit? You know who else owns Impact Wrestling? Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban.
There you go. How about that? You are you excited for Steve Harvey to be your general manager?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. So I would imagine we're gonna settle this in Family Feud at Bound for Glory. And the main event, like, okay, you got my attention. Yeah. The main event of Bound for Glory is Family Feud.
Family Feud for the Impact Heavyweight Championship.
Like, let's do it. Like, I don't think you can rig this, but we'll go for it. This is gonna be the first time a shoot championship, a shoot champion is decided. Like not even on the fly. It's just like actually it is on the fly. So they'll take place directly after Bound for Glory. And the good thing about this is that if you don't have Access TV and you're dependent on Twitch, that's okay. They're still gonna be on Twitch. So yeah, because I don't have Access TV. So I can still watch it.
I don't know if I do. Fuck it.
I can still watch it on Twitch.
Actually, I don't even have a cable box in my room anyway no more. So, my mama took it out of my room when she realized like I haven't used it for like 2 years. I hadn't used it for like 2 years straight.
What's your provider? Because they should just let you use it on the website. That's how I gotta do with mine.
My mom don't know that fucking code for the shit. So.
Like my cable box gets played 2 times a week. Mondays and Tuesdays. And after that,
I just have to find streams, yo, because I ain't going into another room to watch shit.
I used to have to do that as a kid. I used to have to go to the living room. So some days I couldn't even watch wrestling because people wanted to watch something else.
Now, I always had the cable box in my room, but...
Never. Whenever we got cable, it would always be the living room. The living room and my mom's room.
We always had 2 cable boxes. One in the living room, one in my room.
Like, I didn't get cable in my room until 2000.
Actually, no.
2001.
It's like we used to have 3. Then we ended up with 2. Except it was weird because my cable box was like different in my room at one point. I ain't had a digital cable box. I just had like this regular shit.
Oh yeah. I remember when I got digital cable in 2001. Mom's like, "Do you know the Disney Channel?" I'm like, "Yeah, I hear about it, but I can't watch it." It's like, "Oh, we're gonna get that." I'm like, "What?" And I just ended up never watching the Disney Channel because I also had Nickelodeon and fucking Nick Gas and shit and all that. Like I watched, and then I had G4. I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
A whole video game channel? Are you kidding me?
Said then they had to fuse that shit with fucking Tech TV
fused
and
it,
shit.
G4 Tech TV. I'm like, I have no idea what Tech TV is.
The only thing I watched on Tech TV was X-Play, and that was it.
Yeah, I never heard of that until they came, and I'm like, who is Morgan Webb?
Like it was weird because I had Tech TV, and then I would go to my cousin's house and he had G4, and then all of a sudden they was like, yeah, they're fusing together. I was like, what?
Tag team, and then. It was bittersweet because a lot of my favorite G4 shows went away.
They just went away.
To have a nice little pack. So I was like, no more Filter, no more G4TV.com, No more Pulse.
What the fuck?
Cheat stayed.
Nigga, Arena was my shit, son.
Arena was great. I loved Arena. That's what got me into like wanting to play Unreal Tournament and Halo. 2 games that I loved watching but never got to play because I didn't have those systems. I'm like, this is amazing.
I just remember one team on that thing. They had got washed. Except they won like one game and they was all like, "Oh, at least we won in Mario Kart." He was like, "Mario what? Mario who? Son, that's for kids."
Mario Kart. At least we won in Mario Kart. Like what?
He's like, "Man, that's for kids."
I was just blown away. I'm like, these dudes are playing video games on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And now here, that's like all over the place. You can play Street Fighter V. You have the opportunity to play Olympic Street Fighter V next year. Are you kidding me?
What?
And Rocket League. Yeah. And the beginning of the year,
weird.
there's going to be an online qualifier, and people that win represent their country in the Olympics.
That is weird, yo.
In the Olympics. I get to be an Olympian. I am going to get the best internet. I'm going to make sure I can get no drops. Capcom needs to fix their netcode because it's fucking horrible.
That's all
so hopefully,
about that shit.
So hopefully with this incentive, like, yo, we really got to fix our online because they're way behind. They're like right now, they're the oldest fighting game out by 2016 with the worst netcode. Everyone else is ahead of them, released later. So yeah, I need to fix your shit. And I'm going to train my ass off. I'm going to be in the Olympics.
Yeah,
it sucks I got to represent this country. Still.
It was crazy how I was online at work on Twitter. And then like one of the trending hashtags was hashtag fix NBA 2K20.
Yo, there's so much wrong with that.
I saw that.
Someone showed a screen capture of
like,
the PC version. And the taskbar, like the logo literally still says 2K19. Like the launch thing. And then you have the glitches everywhere, the casino.
Yeah, it was like, what, it was supposed to be like updates for like specific stats and shit. And then it was like, most of them didn't like increase. And then it was like, you automatically just went to like legend status after a game or some shit like that.
Like, we don't have that game at my job. And I know tomorrow, since I'm going to work at a high school, everyone's going to want to play 2K20. I'm like, no. Not yet. They need to fix their shit, and we'll throw the 60... Well, times, like, we'll have to get, like, 2 copies. Because of our TVs. So, we're going to be playing 2K19 tomorrow. Whether they like it or not, you can get out the trailer, go back to class. So...
Yeah, and they were saying stuff like there's supposed to be a specific menu and like my career person's name is supposed to show up at the top of it. It just wasn't there. And there was like certain instances where people would have like triple bars or something for like updated stats, and it was only supposed to be like 1 or some shit. And it was weird, yo, because like I think one of the people who was working on the game and said like, yeah, we heard your complaints, and this year no more double bars, so they gave you triple bars.
Yep. I'm like,
they lied about they said they lied about a bunch of shit. Like one of the dudes who's working on it went and said, what the fuck was it? He was like, oh, you could respect your stats, and they was like, yeah, you can't even do that in the game. He was like, why you blatantly lie? I was like, son.
Like, it's... I don't know, I feel like this wouldn't happen with NBA Live. But that it's... No matter what they do, no one's probably going to go to NBA Live anymore.
Nope.
Which is weird, because that used to be the opposite. That used to be backwards. People were so accustomed to the live system that they were just like, 2K is okay. And then... I always found 2K to be a little bit more fun. Once I got a PS2, I just loved the live game just because they weren't realistic. I like the fact that I was able to just do...
A lot of people gravitated to 2K because it was more realistic. Because
yeah, it was more...
It was like, son, if you played live, you had your shooting stat all the way up, you were just guaranteed to make 3-pointers.
Yeah, and I can dunk from anywhere. I was able to do a crossover with Shaq, even though it was like once a game because he would lose the ball, but still. And if I blocked the ball, I would go all the way full court in NBA Live 03. Like NBA Live 03, as soon as you block the ball, that shit just goes full court. It just goes out of bounds. Forget it. It doesn't matter where you block it from. Forget it. Just that's it. And then I played 2K5, and I'm like, holy shit, this game is so realistic. I'm like, I'm moving slow. I gotta make sure I don't bump into people. Then I'm getting technical fouls and charge fouls. I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. Like, I'm frustrated, but this is pretty cool. And then I just played the hell out of that one. And then the last one, then I got 2K6 for like the 360, and everyone's sweating. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, I remember that was like a big thing. It was like, yeah, they sweat now.
Yeah, I like butt sweat, like the back of the shorts were just. I'm like, what is going on?
That was like a big marketing tool that they use for the game.
Yeah,
like, yeah, we got
sweat. WWE did the same thing too for SmackDown vs. Raw 7. I'm like, look at Triple H's chest. He's sweating. I'm like, okay, thanks.
I don't know, it was a like mad unique thing to implement to the games though. It's like, god damn, sweat.
Then SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, I was like, they get welts as the match goes on. They get bruises on their body. Like, oh, do you guys do that anymore? No. Okay, why go backwards? Yeah, they got welts and shit.
Because 2K.
And the last 2K basketball game I enjoyed was 2K9 with Kevin Garnett. I only bought 19 because it was $3. That's all I got to say about that. And then NBA Live went straight to hell after like 08 with freaking Gilbert Arenas. That was it.
Yo, what the son? I was just scrolling down this fucking hashtag NBA 2K20, and it was like a dude who was looking at the dunks he could use, and then he clicked on one of the dunks, and then the dude's like simulating a dunk, and he's like, I want to say 6 feet past the hoop, and he's just hanging in midair. He's like in the out of bounds area, past the hoop, just dunking in midair.
Like, what? That game is crazy. I don't got anything else to talk about. I think I'm done. Oh, Session Mod signed to Ring of Honor.
Oh shit.
Ring of Honor gets some bants. She's gonna start grinding on all your top stars. So she turned down. She was approached by NXT UK, but she apparently turned them down. Oh, it's because they're letting her compete in Stardom and other events.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
So she's coming back to War at a time.
I guess so. I guess she's gonna bring back the beer. Drink your beer. But yeah, I got absolutely nothing else to talk about. So, Clash of Champions. Are we gonna see new champions? Are we gonna get, I don't know, some more heel Bailey or in between? Is Braun gonna finally win the Universal Championship?
I don't think so. Just because Seth just won it a month ago in an epic ass match against Brock. I don't know what the hell they gonna do there.
I think they're losing the tag belts though.
Yeah.
For this makeshift team of freaking
why the hell don't they know how to just properly rotate people in and out, son?
Nah. Crazy how they were able to do that with the 2-hour show. It's almost impossible with 3 hours.
Nah, man, we gotta make room for 24/7 matches. Like Ennis Cantor becoming.
Yo, Ennis Cantor, that show was crazy. He became champ.
Yeah.
Brought out the Celtics jersey. I said he was a good friend of Dana Brooke. I'm like, didn't they date? Aren't they dating?
I was like, yeah. He's still dating.
He's a good friend of Dana Brooke. I'm like,
you mean he's giving her the pipe?
No, he's tall as shit.
Yeah.
Like, he was standing.
He's an NBA player.
He was standing. I was like, God dang. At first, I thought it was just Charlie Caruso. When I look at the ring ropes, I'm like, God damn. This dude's huge. And he said he expressed interest in being a wrestler. So I could see it.
he ain't gonna go nowhere if they go on tour though.
It was a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
It was a nightmare.
Because he wouldn't say shit. I don't know what country is he from, yo. He wouldn't say that he was outspoken about like the dude in charge of that shit over there, and he basically said that he's like the something Hitler.
Yeah.
And then what was it? They were going overseas or somewhere, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not going because they probably going to try to kill me."
They said that they were like out for whatever. He's Turkish.
Yeah, he wouldn't say dude Turkish Hitler. And I think they were going to London. He was like, "No, he was going to try."
In Switzerland. Oh, a Swiss born. Yeah, he was born in Switzerland.
He just want to say like, guys going to try to kill him if he goes over there, so he's not trying to go over there.
That's crazy. Man, this dude's been playing since 2008.
He
He came in the NBA in 2011. In the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, that's it for us. So One Tree Hill.
That's it for us. We'll see you guys with the results of fucking Clash Champions. Will Donald Cerrone fight again in the middle of the week after he fights on Saturday? We don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys. And AAA is also this Saturday too. They're gonna be in New York. I think it's Saturday or Friday. I don't know when. But they're gonna be in the Madison Square Garden Hulu Theater because they couldn't sell tickets, so they moved to theater. And go see some Psycho Clown if you're in the New York area. He's gonna be there. Cain Velasquez is gonna be there. Are you gonna be there? I'm not gonna be there. So, but I'll try to watch if I'm home. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week with some more Running the Gauntlet. What was that catchphrase again?
Snap your fingers and run some fades.
There. And vote Session Moth Martina.
Oh yeah, and for people who still listen to it at this point, full disclosure, Naz was here like an hour before we started, but yeah, he working.
He's at work.
Yeah.
So, sadly, we don't start at 8. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.